From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Here we go! 50, plant. Even, 4 down, shoot!
They'll run on first down. Akers. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Not a blitz, but the guy who's normally the last line of defense recognizes he had a chance to get to the quarterback, and that's exactly what he did.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early 2nd and long they're facing. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
A run for Nick Chubb. Shoves him aside. And a good stiff arm and some space to run. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where
the Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Tariq Cohen, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a give, right side. Akers. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, You have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. On third down, Akers. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Early in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a first down. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Play fake. Mayfield. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 26.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Mayfield to throw it. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
And into the red zone now, and Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points so you know that.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Beckham, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. Chain 2 stop. Don't get nervous. 80 weapons. Fight.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return is Cohen. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Mark 50, Mark 50, Mark 50. Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on. Hey, Mike 7. 3 bud. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Throwing, Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
X3, 218, chop, shoot.
2nd and 11. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Go. Ready.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Going deep downfield for Ross. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times. But also, they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Mayfield now, nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Hey, Zoo. I got him. 5-2's the mic.
Mayfield with it once more. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the 2nd half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Mayfield now. And he's got his man. That's Landry. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Akers, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. They only get 4, but the fake punt works and gets them a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Recon, 152 fighter.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
50, plant. 53, check. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. Tighten up, tighten up.
They'll look to throw here. Going for the deep ball. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. Elsewhere, a third-quarter score. And an impressive display by the Eagles. They continue to pour it on, scoring again. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And again, it's Chubb. Uses the stiff arm. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 29-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
A good run by Chubb on first down as he'll get about 6 yards there. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On the ground, it's Chubb. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trailed big here to begin quarter number 4.
Alert! Check it back, check it back.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Switch, run.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Let's go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Now, Bengals on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, Akers. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. So they get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. A quick throw now complete to Ross. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Open man is Ross, complete. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Akers, and they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Protein spill.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and